Everybody can't fit that one bitch. Oh shit, I gotta go.
On the way to the party, excuse us for the tardy. Had to pick up a Mari and cop some Bacardi. Bartenders pour some shots, going starting to get high. You ain't the 5-ish, I think not. You can't stand in this spot. Oh, out to the DJ. This a song you finna play. Let me grab that mic. Oh, I'm feeling right. Ain't no worries, ain't no stress tonight. We a little drunk, so be polite. Staring at me, oh, what a light. I guess you got some stage fright. So DJ, turn these lights on low. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. So DJ, turn these lights on low. Come and meet me on the dance floor. Play something nice and slow. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the After Zarty podcast. We back with another episode on this Thursday night at 8 p.m. And like always, you know, y'all let me in your house time after again. And you know, I always gotta bring two people with me, but it's a special type of episode. It's a Mother's Day episode. So, you know, we at the family function, family reunion, whatever you trying to get, stuff like that. So, you know, I brought two special people with me because, you know, I really want to dive into nitty gritty. And, you know, just really have a great episode, stuff like that. So, I already spoke because y'all know who I am. I'm Zions View, you know, like always, I'm always here. But I brought two people with me and I'm not rude because, you know, I think I got good home training, but we gonna see. So make sure y'all go ahead and speak, you know, don't be rude, go ahead.
I'm the mama of the crew, I'm Bonita.
I'm the big brother, my name's Slim.
All right, cool. So like they were trying to say, and I don't know, they trying to act all bougie, talking about, I'm the mama, I'm the big brother. They don't act like that. So after a while, we're gonna see how they really act. They, like, no. All right, so this is my mama, y'all, and that's my brother, and we doing a family function episode, y'all, you know, real special episode. So, you know, hey, thanks for listening to y'all house. But like always, before we get started, right, we gonna take a shot, or a sip, take a shot. So y'all, this is my mama saying, for go, okay, but my brother gonna drink. All right, so we gonna take a shot before we get started, right? So I'm gonna put the shots, you got it already? See, that's how you know we family. Because all y'all coming here, y'all be overusing my shot cups. He gave me the same shot cup. Now I ain't got to spend no money on no extra ones. I love it. All right, ooh. That's why I get talking shit. All right. So my mom gave me a permission y'all could curse because we at the After Zarty podcast. I usually don't curse in front of my mom. So, you know, don't be like, oh my God, you just talking to me. Oh my God. All right, cool. You don't want nothing? You at least want this? She acting scared, y'all. Acting nervous. Take a shot.
I have a shot.
Come on, take a shot.
That was your cup.
We can't start this already by taking a shot. Well, I can pour you a different shot. Take a shot, for real.
No. That's enough. Thank you.
Okay. Great, we got this. Clink with them at home. Don't be rude because we in their house and we got good home training. Clink it. All right, tell them to get high back here. How to get high?
Oh, that's filled.
You need another shot? Because you wasted the shot. You didn't want You need another shot? Here you go. Here you go.
No.
Because you're a liar. All right, so you need another shot. You
Take a
definitely
drink.
need another shot. Good. Why would you lie like that? Here. Now I'm going to see you take the shot.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, cool. She ain't take that shot. All right, y'all. So like always, y'all, it is 2022. We are in the month of May, and I'm having a pretty much okay year so far. How's y'all year going so far individually? How's y'all year going?
Mine's going fabulous.
Fabulous.
Hey, my year been actually going very well. Like, very well. I'm getting married. I got work for Dope House. And then both of my brothers doing good things in the blogging world.
P, you got something else to add? No? Y'all, she acting so nervous. Oh my God. All right, anyway, so let's jump into the motherfucking nitty-gritty, okay? All right, y'all, so it's 2022, it's in May, and you know, Mother's Day is coming up soon, right? And I feel like with all this, I just want to take time to appreciate all our mothers and stuff like that. So, you know, right now, before we continue the podcast, take a second to text your mama, call your mama, let her know that you love your mama, okay? Let your mama know that you love her, right? Because y'all know last time you probably told your mama you love her was probably when you asked for some money. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all be telling y'all mama y'all love them. That's y'all problem. All right, but we here, you know, I want to talk about some real shit with y'all. You know what I'm talking about? So, mom, mama, whatever you want to be called today. Mom. Real simple question. How was it being our mom? Wait, who's the hardest to raise?
Not two.
You're a toad. What the fuck? What you doing? Like
Zion. Jarvis was the hardest to raise. As you can see, he introduced himself as Slim.
What's wrong with that? That's his what's it called? Alias or whatever.
Yes.
And y'all better not call me my real name if you
We didn't
don't
say
know
she's
me.
saying her name. Oh, you okay, well I get it. Okay, cool. So I feel like this, right? So then you was like a mom of 2 and stuff like that, right? Did you ever honestly want a daughter? Like real, like honestly?
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like right now you have
course.
damn,
She said
are you
that.
the one who wants the daughter?
No, I'm saying she said that. I don't know if you was probably listening, but she always said that though. Like she
Okay.
always said that.
Okay, so as so did you ever like was there supposed to be a third child after me? Was there supposed to be a third child after
Was
me?
it supposed to be a
No.
third child?
No, I never wanted. No.
Somebody's phone I need on this other stuff.
That ain't me. Anyways, all right, so cool. So I'm gonna get y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all because it's my family. I'm gonna get on laser great. Y'all can hear it though. I need you to start answering complete sentences. You acting real Oprah. Unball your fists. It's not Yana fix my life. You got tears in your eyes. Need to relax. This is the After Zarty. We're gonna do this.
I
You don't act
do
like this
not
on a daily
have tears in
basis.
my
That little
eyes.
high pitched voice you talk is not how you talk.
What?
Cut it. Because you about to make me mad. I'm about to say, no, let's not do this. So I need you to relax. If you're comfortable, it's okay. We here.
Zion.
You have your
chill
2 sons
out.
right here.
Chill out.
No,
chill out,
relax.
chill out.
There she go.
Yeah, see? She trying to chill out. But she want to tell me to shut the fuck up. But chill out, chill out, chill out. It's okay, baby. All right, anyway, so being that you wanted a daughter and things like that, right? So do you ever feel like, as us being both of your sons and things like that, right? Like, what was the hardest challenge as a mom, right? Because I feel like a lot of times, like a lot of the girls in our generation, it's very common for girls to have like kids at a young age and things like that, right? And I feel like it's very
I was
common.
a teenage mom.
I didn't say you wasn't. Let me speak the piece. All right, so I feel like if you could, there's no rule big to being a mom, right? I feel like every mother can raise their child different. Like no child, like even if you have 2 children, like you have to probably raise one child different. You have to raise another child because every child is different. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So like, what's like your like if you had to give advice to like young mothers, like if you could like make a book, what would be your 3 rules? Well, not 3 rules, but 3 instructions.
What?
Basically, like, what would be your tips to up and coming mothers, like that will probably have the baby at the same age that you had me, and then at the same age that you had Zion?
What age did you have me?
Good question. That's your
No one
26.
knows,
I don't even understand the fucking question.
Okay. What advice would you give young mothers?
Don't have kids at a young age.
Okay, and they do have young. Okay, these are already mothers, so now what advice would you give them?
Don't have kids at a young age. Live your life.
No, that's
But
already
if you
done.
were to have kids, make sure you are stable and that you have a guy who is going to be there for you when you have a child at a young age.
My opinion is if you have a kid at a young age, just make sure, female-wise, somebody told me that the woman gonna always move 10 times faster. So if the lady, say for instance, they young, and the dude have a young mind frame, he not gonna understand how fast that woman mind frame gonna move because she had this baby with her every day. So she trying to figure out how to provide and how to do this while the younger guys just thinking like, oh, well, I still got a whole lifetime ahead of me to be a father. So one of my advices would be like to the males is to be prepared for the woman to move 10 times faster than you.
So don't have a child at all. at a
Okay, well,
young
okay, we
age.
talking about people that probably got raped and having a child at a young age. So what you gonna tell them?
That's different.
Okay, so what you telling a young mama?
That's different. You're saying she got raped.
Okay, so
Like,
now she's a young mom. So give her
unfortunately,
3 advice as a mother. How would you raise your child as a mother? So now she cannot have a choice, and now the choice has been taken away from her.
That's unfortunate.
It is. We know that part already. We get it, but girl.
She
Would you tell her
has
get
to
a-
have. She's gonna
would
have
you tell her
a.
get a job?
Like
Yeah,
she's gonna have a
like,
support.
you was a young mama, so what would
she's
you
gonna
look
have a
like?
support.
What did you
I
do?
had a support system in place. I wasn't raped, but I had a.
No one
support
say you were
system.
raped.
I had a
Like,
support- like that's so unfortunate. Like I had a support system in place.
okay, so your advice would probably be 1, hey, find some people that can really uplift you. Find a mentor. That'd be a great thing to say at first. Now what? Like, what we doing?
Like, I think you should edit this.
Why?
I like this is so not cool. Like,
So you don't want to do it?
no.
Okay, I feel it. You're really tense right now. Like, it's super
this
tense.
is not a good topic.
How?
It's really not. Like,
You as a young mama?
Because
too?
it's like, it's such a hard topic because young girls are having babies at such a young age, and people are glorifying.
All right, let me
these
pause
topics
in. Let me explain
like
that to
they
you.
really
Let me explain it
are.
to you, Fu. So let me just get y'all the logistical part of it. This podcast is not for Cloverland, Texas. This podcast is for people that's all over the world that can see this podcast. We both have seen it's very big, right? So you, being the first person finna come in this show, gonna do that right now as a mama who can actually speak to people. You're the first older person, right? I feel like it's your perfect time to be an advocate for that.
Okay.
So I'm looking at you kind of
So-
like, fuck being our mom right now. Like, and really speak like these are young girls looking at you do hair. You have young
Okay,
clients.
so
you seen
so
stuff.
don't air that part, okay? Edit it.
We're gonna figure it out, but yeah.
Okay, edit it and go.
What would you tell her? Yeah, like.
Okay, what I would say to girls that's teenage moms.
These shots.
Huh?
I
Yeah.
said him and them shots.
Yes, exactly, because I got hot. Like, I don't really like talking about it. Like, so what I would tell young girls is that don't, like, get your education first, but if you just do get pregnant, get your support system and do make sure you do get a job,
Yeah.
get your education, make sure you have a support system, but make sure that the guy, if he's not there for you, just make sure that everything is in place and that you make sure that child has everything and you have everything in place for you and that child. No matter what, you make sure that you and that child have everything, because that's what I did. I made sure me and Jarvis had everything.
All right, cool. So, do you think that at the time you had like do you think like, okay, so when you had a child, I feel like a lot of people, like you said, it's glorified that kids have like, people having kids at young ages, right? And I feel like a lot of times, lately, therapy has been very important for like black people. Like black people been seeking therapy. Like I go to therapy now, and I be chilling with my therapist, and I be talking about all my stuff. You know, we be really kicking this. That's my girl. All right, but I feel like this. Do you feel like looking back at it, like, do you feel like, yo, that's a question. Was therapy pushing y'all face? Like, was that like a thing, or was
No
like
one
looked on
talked
out?
about therapy. Therapy was not
Just for crazy people or something?
really. No one talked about seeking help, like, in our community. Like, when I was growing up, no one talked about it. Like, it wasn't a crazy thing or anything like that. Like, no one was crazy. It was unspoken.
Like you just did it on your own?
I just, to be honest, Zion, you guys, this generation is protecting their mental. I speak boldly and I stand on it. I commend you guys. You guys are protecting your mental.
All right. So, Jarvis, Slim, do you feel like that y'all, okay, so do you feel like back in the day, right, do you feel like there's things that like you feel like during your childhood outside, like just like her, like just in life, like high school, middle school, college, whatever, right? Do you feel like some of that stuff took like a mental toll on you? Like, did you ever look at some stuff like that, like even when I look at stuff that I made mistakes on, right, like I realized like some of the things came to like my mental, right? So I feel like a lot of times like have you ever checked into your mental and like looked and seen like what your mental was like?
To be honest, no, because people really don't care what the average person mental is.
No, okay, well, fuck the people. I'm talking about like, do you
No,
care
I'm
about your
saying-
mental though? Or do you have you like, I know a lot of times, right, when you're around certain people, like you
No.
said, like talking about mental health and things like that, it's kind of like, whatever.
No,
like,
to answer your question, no, because I never thought about it. Because
so I'm asking you a question. When last time you cried?
last week,
Don't tell me when. Just yeah.
last week.
All right, so do you cry a lot, or like is crying to you like a hell no, like I'm supposed to be hard? Like,
Nah, I cried because this is like a time to cry.
like a death or something?
Yeah.
Okay, outside of a death. When was the last time you cried because something may hurt your feelings, may make you like, outside of that, like, you probably just having a bad day, or you probably having a stress out. Like, you ever got
Last
home
time-
one time and your key fall at the front door, or you having a bad day?
Last time I probably cried like that probably would have been like just broke down and cried maybe like the 10th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, your generation is tapped into
We're
their
the same
mental.
generation.
No, Zion, no.
You don't think we're in the same generation?
You guys
Yeah.
are 6 years apart.
That's the same generation.
It's
How old are
really,
you?
It's not.
30.
30.
I have friends the same age as him.
Zion, your generation is tapped more into your mental.
Okay,
Well,
so
he's like the ending of my generation,
Yeah.
but I honestly, he like you like both. He like double. So he like both. You have both men.
I get best of both worlds. All right, so with all that stuff, so do you feel like every day was a time where like basically, I feel, okay, I'm gonna just speak on my piece then. Okay, so I feel like growing up, I feel like for me it was like very like different, right? I feel like what I saw in my head mentally, I feel like every child like mentally had like I feel like I used to think I was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I used to think I was crazy. I thought something was wrong with me. Like remember that one time? Okay, I'm talking about this one time. I don't know if you remember this. Remember that one time we was eating like I don't know, we was eating tacos or we was eating a barbecue sandwich, and you had said something to me in the kitchen. I got mad and like I crunched up the taco, or like I had like smashed the food out of anger. Like I was like,
Yeah, you always like that's just probably one time you just remember, but yeah, you always.
I would just be tripping, just raging for no reason, right? And I realized with that, right, I feel like as I got older, like, I would rage on people. Like, I go to school. Like, when I was in college, y'all, like, I could tell you now, I graduated. You know, it's been 2 years now, so you can't get mad no more. But when I was in college, I used to go off on people. I used to be, like, cussing everybody out. I used to have an attitude with everybody in high school. I ain't like nobody. Like, I used to think everybody didn't like me, so I used to not like them either. Like, I used to just be a bitch for no reason. I used to be mugging. Like, I mean, when they was used to tell me, like, I used to look at people like they was stupid. They said, like, my face expression, they used to be like, I'd be looking at people like they stupid. Which I don't be trying to, y'all just, like, I don't see no reason by smiling for no reason. Like, you ain't, you know, what we smiling for? All right, so I feel like this. I feel like a lot of times, right, did you ever read that out of me? Like, did you know, like, I was like, was there signs of that? Like, I feel like maybe I hit it in front of y'all. Like, all that, like, I was, like, not angry. I wasn't angry, but, like, I was just getting mad as fuck.
Zion, our whole family have an attitude problem.
Yeah, I was about to say
Our whole family does.
you thought you probably was hiding.
Our whole family
You probably
does.
thought you were hiding. Remember, you probably thought you were hiding.
Our whole family. So this is, like, I look at this podcast all the time. Like, and I hear people say, Zion talks fast. Our whole family talks fast. I hear people say, like, oh, Zion cuts people off. Our whole family cuts people off. And Zion cuts people off because he's bored. We all get bored. I hear the comments that people makes, oh, well, Zion has a speech impediment on the show. He doesn't. It's just that he's rushing his words. I hear it all. Like, I read it all, and it's just you're bored. Like, they're gonna hear it probably through this podcast when they hear all of us start speaking, then they're gonna just hear us start talking over each other in a second. So, like, they're gonna hear it all. Like, they're gonna hear me get relaxed and start just rambling on.
Okay, well, let me just clarify. I don't be getting bored, y'all. That's not, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't be getting
You are in
bored.
a
Y'all
second,
just be trying to make sure
hear
that
it
people
all,
get,
like,
like,
it's
to
not
the
a
point,
ramble.
right? So it's not me getting bored. I just, like, a lot of times I want people to get to the point, right? So if I'm asking a
So what
question,
does
it's
that
like,
mean? He's
it
bored.
doesn't mean I'm getting
Like, he
bored. It
wants
just
you to
means, like,
hurry
hey,
up.
I really want to ask y'all a question. I'm trying to further your development of thought of what I'm trying to, like, get you to understand, right? So I may ask you.
Hey, I got that problem.
What?
See, he
What
just
you
did it.
said.
And y'all see how natural it was? I stopped and it's like, what? You see, I ain't be like, hold on, I'm talking.
Nah, you just I had that problem. That's crazy.
What?
Like what you was explaining. Keep explaining what I'm saying. I had the exact same problem.
Like, just trying to, like, it's just sometimes, like, even on the phone earlier, like, somebody was telling me a story, and, like, it's to the point, even with her, when she talking, y'all, I be telling her, like, before she
Hurry
tell me a
up.
story, I be like, get to the point.
point. Yeah,
Like,
oh, God.
get to the point. Cause my mama, y'all, she would tell a story. She'll tell you what happened 3 years ago to make sure this little 5 seconds of her day made sense to you. And then be like, girl, just tell me what the point was. And then with her, when she talk, you gotta lucky stop her and be like, hey, what's the point? Cause she just be like, why we?
I just want you to understand. Like,
No, that
need
I be
you
getting
to
bored.
get the-
Okay, but here go a real question. So I feel like all
There you
three of us
go.
have. It's yellow hair. It's yellow hair. I got yellow hair on my nose.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not booger. All right, so I feel like now I gotta check. Hold on, cause if
I'm
it's booger, I gotta
serious.
do it. Hold on.
Hey, you me out there.
Oh, this show is boring.
It's not a booger. Is it a booger? Nah, it's hair for real. All right, so basically I feel like this. So basically I feel like all of us have 3 personalities, right? And I feel like for it took the long. Can you stop?
What?
What is you doing?
Waiting.
Okay, relax, for real.
I am relaxed.
All right, so I feel like all of us have 3 personalities, different personalities, right? And I feel like living in one house is all these 3 personalities. I feel like it was a struggle. I feel like my personality was more attitude-ish. What would y'all describe your personality? Outside of attitude, I know we all got attitudes, but I feel like I was probably just like the worst, probably.
That's a good question. I ain't want to be bothered.
So isolated.
Not this isolated.
Jarvis is just nonchalant.
I ain't want to be bothered. Like,
Jarvis is
I just want to play
nonchalant.
like, even like to this day, I just like, if I'm playing my game, just leave me alone. Like, don't
Jarvis
bother
is
me.
nonchalant. Zion just didn't care.
You see?
And Mama, she was just more of
Oblivious. Oblivious.
Bueller.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of all that, right, do y'all ever feel like y'all truly was able to, like, be y'all, like, I feel like now, right, I feel like even with now, right, I'm witnessing both of y'all, I feel like y'all truly not being y'allself. I'm gonna call it out. So I feel like, right, do y'all feel like y'all honestly scared to be y'all truly self? Cause I feel like with the podcast, things like that, even when I did music, all that stuff, I feel like I was the first person out of the whole household trying to authentically find themselves, and I was the first one to step out on faith and be my authentic self outside of what family or the
we
people.
never knew who you were. Like,
Yeah, because y'all never tried to figure it out.
Zion, in the house, you were quiet. Like,
No, he wasn't.
Zion,
Bro,
we never, Zion, come on, be real.
Me and Zion,
y'all, we only knew who y'all was when y'all got in trouble.
You want to know why? Because it was certain situations where he couldn't play the game with me or he couldn't do this. But me, when y'all was gone, me and him made mixtapes. We rapped. We was Z-Life and Bricks, man.
No.
Wait.
I'll be real.
No.
Y'all know the problem is, you know, black people like, well, they stay in the household, stay in the household. She really trying to make sure we're doing quality control. Girl, relax, please, like, relax. Like, because I want it to be a good episode, and I feel like it's just like, ooh, in my head, I'm like, ooh, this shit boring as fuck.
No.
So I just feel like, let's talk,
but,
relax,
like,
put your arms down.
Here's the thing, like,
Judge Judy.
no, because here's the thing, like, okay, we were not strict parents.
Yes, y'all were.
Okay.
On you. Like, seriously.
But let me say that. Let's spin my piece real quick. I got strict parents because your behavior.
Because Jarvis was horrible.
But I could not even like the color red because he liked the color red.
Y'all OD'd on him, like, seriously.
To the point where I had to hide a lot of stuff.
Okay, let's be honest. Zion dad was Jamaican.
So
Jarvis dad
Houston.
was Houston.
Yeah, Jarvis, drink this because that could rattle.
What is this?
I don't even know how to really explain it, but
I got water right here. Two different breeds, but was the
they came from the best of both worlds. They came from a great upbringing. They got everything they both wanted. Great household. They was just rebellious. They got anything they ever asked for.
So do you realize that you speaking on financial things and not emotional things? So I'm just
But
speaking.
at the same time, you both used it to the best of y'all abilities.
So let me speak on this, right?
Everything up in After Zarty comes from that household. Everything out of that household is out of that household. So you can't say that. You can't say that.
Okay, so yeah.
You cannot say that.
Okay,
And
so
you
I'm
cannot
going.
say
Let me speak.
That wedding is not coming from that household.
Hey,
That's exactly
yo.
what I'm saying.
So y'all can't
That's not
say
what no one
that.
said.
So I'm not. So
Okay,
so
let me
what
speak.
y'all
Hey, can I have the mic,
saying-
please? Can I have the mic? 'Cause
So y'all cannot say that.
Everybody-
Relax, let me speak.
So what? But so,
Everybody know.
Can I speak, please?
So
for
the
please,
cat
please,
got
please,
y'all
please.
tongue.
No,
so,
ain't no cat got no tongue.
You're not letting us talk.
Everybody know that y'all financially able. We give
So now,
y'all,
please.
hold on, Zion. We give y'all credit for being financially able.
But y'all were not emotionally there.
Missing his point because there was some situations.
It wasn't about
where
no money.
I had to go to some of my partners to get a clear mind when I was young, and some situations I know that was clearly brought to you that just was overthrown. That as we talked, as we got older, which I thought was overthrown, but it was just like at that time you kind of realize like.
But y'all were bad. Y'all were doing things that
I went to the
y'all
streets.
were doing. But y'all were doing.
What
Y'all
was
were
I doing?
Zion.
It's nothing.
The thing of it was y'all didn't. Y'all
Making
knew.
a-
You
making a
guys
B+.
knew. Y'all knew
what?
that
Made
y'all.
a B+.
You
That's
guys
the most thing
knew
you
that
probably
y'all
did.
could not bring half of the bullcorn that you guys were doing to the house.
Like, what did I do? Give me an example.
Zion, I've heard you speak on things on this podcast you knew you could not bring to that house.
Okay, so can I speak now fully? Can I speak now fully?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say my piece then because I feel like I'm getting cut off, so I'm gonna go ahead and just join out there. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. All right, so I feel like this, and I'll cut me off for real. All right, so I feel like this. Yes, financially, I feel like a lot of times we both equally we're blessed financially. We went on trips, we had passports,
But that's not what
I'm talking.
speaking of.
All right, so I feel like we both financially blessed, cool. We had what we wanted, cool, whatever. It is what it is, right? But just because you financially blessed somebody doesn't mean that you could emotionally be happy there, right? I ain't gonna lie to you, let's point out right there. You had, just for lack of words, you had a hood child, you had a gay child. You had to raise two childs differently, right? So first of all, let me just say this. I was overlooked emotionally when low-key, I'm not gonna lie, y'all were not oblivious to what type of child y'all was raising because of the behavior somebody else had, right? At the same time also, and of course, let me put this disclaimer. At the time, back in generation, there was not enough knowledge for y'all to understand how to be a parent for me and how to be a parent for him. I get it, right? But there was sometimes I feel like with my person, like with my situation, yeah, I feel like a lot of the attention and stuff I got was repercussions of like what y'all didn't want me to do because somebody else did. So I never got a chance to like bump my head until I went to college. I never got a chance to make the mistakes until I went to college. So a lot of times people hear me speak, I'm saying college, because that's my first time I got away from y'all. I didn't get to go to no friend's house. I didn't get to have no friends. I didn't go to no party. I couldn't play no other clubs I wanted to do. If I wanted to play sports, it had to be a sport that he played. I couldn't do nothing I wanted to do. So I never got a chance to really find myself or develop myself until I got to college. And that's when y'all got back from college. What happened? We all started bumping heads a lot because what I found out was I found myself. And I found out what my personality was, right? So yes, financially great, right? But then with financial, right, comes also the people outside of just this, right? Ignoring me mostly instead of him, ignoring me mostly because they think, oh, I don't need for nothing. But what you see, I don't ask for nothing. I stop asking for stuff. When I realized that a lot of times you ask for stuff financially, you damn near have to lick the floor to get it. So then I realized a lot of times with people giving you stuff, sewing stuff into you financially, you're obligated to a contract deal with them now. You're obligated to act a certain type of way with them. There was one time you asked both of us to clean up in the house. I think you gave us $20 each, right? And I didn't want to do it, so I gave back $20. You was mad as fuck. I gave back $20 because I realized at that moment I wasn't finna do that.
Damn, you remember everything. I don't even remember that.
Because you cleaned up.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. I swear to God.
He probably for real.
He is lying.
I swear to God.
Zion, you not
She
gonna.
probably ain't never been clean up.
Zion,
I don't remember that. But
Zion.
I just said I'm good with you. I don't remember, but I'm
Zion,
not
what
taking no
happened
sides. But he's telling the truth about it. You missing the point what he's saying.
No. I gave you a $20 contract.
You gave us some money to clean up something. Like, no, you gave us some money, then right after that you asked us to do something. I realized at that moment you gave us some money because you wanted us to do something. So I gave you back the money because I wasn't finna do it.
And how old were you then?
I was young. I was still in the house. We were both still in the house.
Yeah, he probably was like middle school. I might have been in high school. Could have been.
And I realized that moment every time something financially got to. That's when I learned that moment is financial given to is repercussions of what we have to do for it.
This boy right here, boy, I tell you the truth.
Be tell the truth.
Okay, it's okay.
So let's talk about it. So
Let's talk about
and
it.
no one's judging you, right? We understand. Like
You kept your money, right?
he did. He always cleaned up. Okay, so it's nothing, right? So I feel like y'all not talking back to me though. I don't want to make it look like I'm just in here trying to like spill on y'all. So like, is there any response to that? Like, fuck.
No, I'm just listening, bro. Cause you know what I mean.
Okay, we digress from that.
I guess what you're saying is you felt that in order for you felt at that time, in order for us, hell, I don't know what you're saying. Like
Basically, he's saying he didn't. Okay.
in order for us to give him something.
No, I'm gonna give you an example of this whole situation. What he just said. For him to be Michael Jordan, if he wanted to be Michael Jordan, but I played football, he felt like just because I played football, he had to play football, or because
This boy was
listen.
That's cool. I'm saying the opposite of that though. I'm
I'm
saying is I want to play football because you play football. I couldn't play football.
Yeah.
If I want to listen to rap, I can listen to rap.
I was just gonna get to that. If
I like the color red, I can like. If you like the color red, I can like the color red.
Are you aware that your dad and I was just waiting for you to come out?
not
What
even that.
does that mean?
He's saying.
But
as a
you know
kid,
that. But see, what Zion doesn't know is that. See, Zion is thinking that, and this is what Zion doesn't know. Like,
Oh, come out the closet.
yes, like Zion, are you aware that?
Bro, that situation when you think, man, come on, that situation wouldn't even went the way it went right now.
I mean, y'all are very homophobic. Let's speak on that.
Who is?
Y'all.
Who is who?
Y'all were.
Who?
You.
Wait a minute, Zion. See, that's where you got it all messed up. Zion, do you honestly believe?
Let's talk about San Antonio. We was at the River Rock, and there was these guys who were dressed like women, and then y'all both was like, "Oh my God, these punks right here, I can't stand this." As a gay child, how am I supposed to come out to y'all if I know y'all feel that way?
Zion.
Or let's talk about the time you work at hair salons, and every time I had poked my lips out one time in the kitchen, I had duck lips. I look like you said I was looking like them two people that work with you. Why would I come out to you?
I know what you're talking about.
Or that one time somebody was around us. Yeah, okay. Like, let's speak on it. Let's talk about it. Like, come on.
Okay, here's.
But it's okay. You changed now. We're talking about the past.
No,
so it's better to accept than deny.
No. Let's be very transparent here. Just because someone made that statement about someone else, or just because I said it about someone else, that does not mean I am making a statement that about just okay. For instance, just because I said, "Oh, I can see her track," that doesn't mean I'm saying, "Oh, my track doesn't show." I'm just saying it about you.
Nah, that's what Turbo's saying. No, let me explain it. Let me say. Let me give you an example with that. Let me help you understand. Let me say. That's like me saying, this is an example. That's like me saying, "Oh, these black women be bitter as fuck." That means that you're a black woman, right? That means I'm saying that you're bitter as fuck too.
But that does
That does apply to everything.
No.
So if I'm hearing, "Oh, these punks be doing this shit," well, shit, I guess I'm a punk. I was always saying, y'all been one day y'all had me so mindfuck. Y'all told me that the day for Mother's Day was fucking for gay people. I thought that all my life. That's not even a fucking day.
What?
It was a day for Mother's Day. It was in the day for
lost.
Mother's Day. It was in the Galleria, and it was just people going down. You got to think about it. I'm a visual person, and there was a lot of times, a lot of stuff I remember as visual.
You told
it was in the
him
Galleria.
that today you
said the day for Mother's Day. You was like, I hate that gay people. It's the day for Mother's Day.
Gay pride.
So every year I thought the day for Mother's Day was gay pride.
I was looking at you like, what?
What happened?
You told him it was gay pride. I remember that cover.
You said every day for Mother's Day is gay people. And you was like, why is that the
Galleria.
day?
And I looked at you like, huh?
What did I say?
Girl, you heard this first time.
No. Say it again.
You said,
in the Galleria.
Yeah, it's true.
Day before Mother's Day.
Oh, we was
True.
coming out of Metro Park.
Yes.
And
exactly.
I said, okay,
Exactly.
for the record, we were coming out of Metro Park, and I said, oh, it's gay pride. And I said, oh, I did. I said, oh, so the day before Mother's Day is gay pride? I'm asking myself a question.
So I remember the situation.
I asked myself a question.
Two white guys.
I didn't have a calendar. I asked myself a question. I did. I asked myself a question. I didn't have a calendar. I was ignorant to the fact. I did. It wasn't that I was saying, oh, so every day before Mother's Day is a day of gay pride. I was ignorant to the fact. I didn't know.
Hey, Zion,
I wasn't saying, oh, the day before Mother's Day, every year is gay pride. I did say that question. I did. I wasn't saying that every year, the day before Mother's Day is gay pride. I did say that. I honestly said that. I did. I said it.
What's up, Jarvis? You finna say something?
Yeah, y'all probably gonna tab me up in the comments for what I'm about to say, bro. But honestly, bro, I didn't know you was gay until you just said that. I always told everybody until he physically confirm it out of his own mouth.
No, he did.
Until he physically confirmed it out of his own mouth.
He did.
And I'm not even mad at him. Like, cause, I mean, he my brother. I love him to death. I ain't mad at him. I'm not homophobic. I support you. I'm on your show. But I honestly, to this day, somebody asks me, what are you? I tell them, I don't know. They be like, nah, you tripping, bro.
I think Jarvis was in denial.
Until bro tell me what he is, then.
Jarvis was in denial. You were in denial.
Nah, I ain't gonna call it denial. Man, I'm not
But
crazy.
you did, because you did say, when I told you Jarvis, Zion was, I think we were talking about your homeboys, and you said, Zion's not gay. And I said, Jarvis, he is. You say, he never told me. So he was waiting for you to tell him.
Because that's one thing you never tell a dude. Like, you never put that on a dude jacket. Like, he probably don't think I care about, like, a lot of people probably looking at this interview like, this nigga Slim, like, he acted different, but when it comes to my family, it's, like, real different, because that's kind of where my aggression come from. Because, like, I don't never want nobody to play with him. So it's just like, you're not gonna play with his name, or neither one of my brothers. Like, so it's like, I'ma always protect them to the end, whether they right or wrong. So that's what a big brother do. So Until he just told me just now, shit, I gotta accept it. It ain't nothing they gonna do about it. I'm gonna stand with him, I'm gonna rock with him. So and I'm saying this on his show. So I'm telling you that to his face. Like whatever he do from here on out, that is what it is. And any black fans come on that, that's on me. You keep doing what you do. Like that's that. And that's just the real. And I don't even know he even told us. And I'm telling him this for the first time.
Okay.
But you do know, Zion, that until you got this podcast, you never really did anything publicly, right?
What you talking about?
What you talking about?
Like, you never talked about, like, it wasn't, like, until you start making music, we never knew anything, right?
Girl, you caught me talking to niggas on Kick when I was a kid.
Nigga,
What's
that's
that?
denial.
You taught me on the iPad. You saw me talking to men
Oh,
on Kick.
no, that's a lie, Zion. What is Kick?
Okay, you caught me talking to men on your iPad.
Who? Zion,
The
see,
nigga, he not gonna lie on himself. Just
Why would
keep
I?
it
That's like
real.
a
What's
terrible
Kick?
thing to say.
No,
That's why I don't lie about
promise to God,
that.
what is Kick?
It don't matter about Kick,
out.
iPad, messaging, texting, whatever you think, email you want to call it.
I did.
You answered the phone one time and somebody was calling. Like, come on now, we're gonna
I
talk
ain't gonna lie,
about
bro.
me.
I ain't gonna lie. I just thought you was just feminine, but you had me fooled. But other than that, let's just keep going, bro. I'm tired. Let's keep
Yeah, I feel
rocking.
like it's
Let's
next
keep
thing.
going.
All right, so since we've acting so oblivious. Okay, so do you think always so the other day, right, we had received some text messages, and it was basically like somebody was asking you, like, oh, which child do you prefer, right? So I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna be very transparent, right? One, no, y'all laughing, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. That really pissed me off today.
When asked that question?
We're not saying names, I'm gonna bleep that. But when somebody asks you that question, I feel like one, it's always been brought to my attention about other people that Jarvis was your favorite child. It's pretty obvious that's true as well. So I feel like, of course.
You said a name.
Jarvis, who's sitting right here.
I'm here.
Oh, you say no name.
Okay. You acting ditzy, and it's lucky getting on my nerves. So I need you to just relax. Because we're gonna talk about it. There's no need for that. Because right now you're trying to XL PR and relax. Please.
Okay, I do not have a favorite child. Both of you guys, and this is really honest. I don't have a favorite child, and both of you guys, and this is very transparent.
Okay, so I come, right, when there were situations brought ahead, right? So say if like I got in trouble for something, I did something out of line or something that may have bothered you, right? How come I was always compared to inflict other people's anger? Oh, you acting like Jarvis. Were you aware that was making somebody else's mad?
Huh?
So every time a situation come up, you would be like, you acting just like Jarvis to somebody, and you know that would piss them off.
I would never say that. I don't think I've ever said that because honestly, you've never acted like Jarvis.
So why would you say it? To get me in trouble worse?
Oh, I've never said that.
Again, I swear to God.
Someone else have said.
Hey, you know what's
act
so
like
crazy
Jarvis.
about that situation? This period,
I've never.
I always wonder why do I
Your dad
irk that
never.
person so bad? Because it's like overall as a man, like I chose my decision. I understand as a parent, like that shouldn't affect the way y'all raise him. That's the only thing I always.
I ain't gonna lie, the way I was raised, I'm gonna be transparent.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. I feel like it's gonna help your conversation. I'm gonna be very transparent. The way I was raised, lucky made me not like you.
I understood that, and you wanna know what's crazy? Because I
would legit tell people I don't talk to them.
I feel like y'all the reason we ain't got a bun. Mama put a bun for us, but at the same time, y'all still throw a curveball at the end of our phone.
Every time.
So it's like,
I
Yes.
I ain't gonna put it out there, but I remember vividly a lot of stuff that you threw a curveball on. And in the back of my mind, that's what made me bet. And I'm not gonna put it like out there, but that's what made me like, bet. All right. And then this situation, I'm like, okay, now as I'm old enough thinking about it, this some whole ass shit. Because at the end of the day, Zion, I'm not just saying this, maybe if we had a bond.
No, that's not.
No, I'm saying maybe if we had a bond, he could have been like, hey, bro, hey, I'm gay. And by the time it got to y'all, I was like, oh, shit, I already knew that shit, bro. Already told me. But now it's like, me and him chill together as a grown man. It's like, it's really awkward. We got to find out stuff to talk about. We can't sit and really reminisce about our childhood because we have a childhood, but it was a made together childhood because at the end of the day, it was just like, And everybody knows like what that thing is. And if everybody that know me to tell my story, that know my story, they understand what it is. So it's like, bro, I ain't put that there. Y'all, that made me go there because I felt like that route was love. Because obviously, if this dude ain't loving me, but he's showing fake love, but then somebody saying he love me right here, but I can't chill with my brother. He get a whooping if he just sitting downstairs watching me play a game. How lame is that? How you know he can't sit right here and play a game? So I understand why you build I kind of hate him. And I never fought you for that because it's not our fault. It's my fault for my actions that I did and to make them rebel on you, but it ain't our fault. And we can't fault them for that. We grown now. We gotta move forward. But to fault you to say that, like I understand why you call it.
So basically, you guys are saying.
I feel like you just play a very oblivious mother to a lot of situations. Now, probably why I'm kind of getting aggravated right now because you're doing it again. And I hate to be like that with you right now, but I feel like I'm just talking about it. And if this is where it ends, this is where it ends. But it's just like I feel like even like your energy, like the hi, mom, like that's not you. And we already have a conversation about you being you.
I'm asking a question.
But see how you talking right now?
No, I'm asking.
But see how you talking right now?
So what you want me to come in and be like?
Yourself.
So what y'all saying?
But be yourself.
Like, I'm asking a question.
The question
like,
is,
really,
like, did you see that? Did you
see
And don't lie.
Like,
we gonna just keep saying that.
I'm asking a question.
Okay, so prime example. Hold on, I got this. This is a perfect example. Because I've also told my best friend before, so I already been to, talking about therapy, all this. So basically, there was one time that something was happening, and I basically had, like, right after that happened, I had went in your room, and I was all sad and stuff like that. And, like, you already know, like, the room was, like, right there. So it's like, when I walked in the room, you was like, oh, my God, what happened? Like, you didn't just hear that was happening.
To who?
If I'm the one walking in the room sad, who else would it be happening to? Or the time, like, well, we know the time.
All the time he got the B+, and I stood up for him, but
Was Zion was getting in trouble?
He wasn't even getting in trouble.
I would never get in trouble.
B+.
I got in trouble one time.
You were getting in trouble for getting a
I
bad
was taking
grade?
a shower.
Oh, yeah.
I took a shower.
That's what I'm asking.
I took a shower and I came out and I saw something. I'm kind of getting aggravated too because as I think about the situation, because as you being a mother, you should have been like, nah, he not going nowhere.
I'm gonna just say this real quick, and y'all having a conversation. This is really gonna be out here in the process. But I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna be very transparent. So just understand how it's a conversation because, like I said, it's for everybody to understand. I feel like one thing we really do with this podcast on purpose was black people don't like to talk about no problems, and people like to do it all. Oh, let's keep it in the house. So this is not just a blast. Because that's why we keep saying y'all doing great, being very sublivious. I love it. Y'all doing a great job. People don't do that. So good job. But I feel like. Y'all, there's so many reasons, like black people want to succeed, be better people, be better mentally, but don't want to have these uncomfortable conversations. So we are about to have an uncomfortable conversation. We're going to continue to have this uncomfortable conversation, and I hope none of y'all fold the conversation because in sight, right, there was no other opportunity even we couldn't even go out to eat and do this. If we did, it would be kind of like somebody else, a child would be present, or somebody else be present, or we have to deal with somebody on the phone or somebody like that, right? None of us have a moment where we're sitting down talking, you cannot lie, because at this point it's ping-ponging you in the middle. And it's not to attack you, but to understand, right? And it's also for you to tell us, like, hey, but this also, when I led you, I said, hey, as a young mother, how do you feel? Because I also have knowledge of my other friend, right? We talk about, because me and my friend, we have confided so much about each other by our parents. We can't fault you for anything that we're about to speak on because at the same time, we know, right, at the time, y'all didn't have the knowledge of therapy. And I'm not going to lie to you as a young mother, and I ain't going to lie to you looking at the whole situation. You probably just didn't even know how to be a mama. So that I'm putting this like this so you know it's a comfortable situation. We're both able to accept and deny everything, but let's be 100 if we're going to talk about it. So don't feel like no one's trying to attack you. It's a conversation because, like I said, after you had this conversation, there's going to be other people. You never know if people start DMing you saying, hey, I'm a mom and I need to hear this because y'all, I love how you do that stuff. That's why I say I'm getting aggravated because, like, don't do that. Because I don't do that. Like, I don't even do that on the show. So I'm going to call it out. I call it out with everybody else. Just because your mama, you signed the papers like everybody else.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk.
But the thing of it is, you guys are you're bringing up conversations and you're just talking, but then I'm not following the conversation because I'm asking what you're saying.
Okay, so here go my question.
Because he's saying something and you made a B, okay?
I'm just agreeing
you made
with him.
a B and it's like, okay, you made a B, okay, well,
B plus on some
okay, you made a B plus on a conversation, okay?
But you sound like you trying to nitpick on the one thing you're confused about, but you know you got the whole head of the conversation.
Okay,
but you do that every time.
So you
understand the whole conversation.
You made a B plus on a paper, okay?
Okay, fuck the B plus. You know we're talking about in general.
Okay, but what are you talking about?
It's making a B plus.
Girl, okay, let me help.
But you have to to be more specific
Okay.
with the conversation you're
Great, here we
talking
go. I got it. I'll
about.
speak.
You're John.
he
Hold
getting-
on. You're 30 years old. You're 24 years old. You're asking me a question on something that happened over 30 years ago. So you have to bring me back to what the conversation.
Okay, so a lot of times, right? I got it.
That's what. Okay.
I can do this.
So what I said was.
He said that.
What? No, he did not. He's like, okay, you got in trouble. Okay, you got and then I said, okay, he
I'm
caught
not
a
gonna go
whooping.
into the
Okay,
depth
okay,
of
but
what
you
happened.
brought it up, so you have to be more specific.
Oh,
so
if I
okay.
be specific,
okay,
people
well,
gonna be looking
why
at you
bring it up? And he
crazy.
said, don't
Facts.
play crazy. Okay, well, what happened?
So are we able to be?
No, I'm not gonna say. You
But
are.
then you say, okay, are we?
they gonna
but then
be-
you say, are we talking about it? Okay, so now we're talking about it. Okay, we'll talk about
right.
it.
Shit, he got kicked down the stairs.
Okay.
And then when I had over the goddamn balcony, I got kicked out the house. For what? I'm defending him. For what?
Okay, now we're talking about it.
No, we don't gotta talk about it to understand it
no,
like
yeah,
this.
No. Okay. Anyways. All right. So basically, this really back in. Basically, that. But basically, I just feel like okay. So I'm gonna be specific. This is me being transparent. I know you probably never heard that, but I'm sure you're able to tell. I'm very aggravated with you all the time. To the point where, just like with him, I definitely feel the same way with you. To the point where, like, I just be transparent. I used to legit, and it's gonna hurt your heart, but it's different now. I used to legit tell people, like, I do not like you.
Wow.
And I'm saying that only because I feel like a lot of times, as my mother, you're my biggest bully.
Bully.
And a lot of times you kept asking why you couldn't come up here, right? You have terrible energy.
Really?
But
But the thing of it is, I think I was the one. Okay, let's.
the one trying to make sure that you had a house to live in because you didn't want to go back to where your mama live. So you deal with a lot of stuff.
And let's. Okay. Since we're here and we're honest.
Nah, Zion, hold on, Mom. I got you. I can't let you say that because her hustle always been.
I'm trying to. If she stopped cutting me off, I was gonna laugh it back to present.
Her
okay.
hustle
Okay.
always been strong. She always wanted.
And let me look in the camera and let me be very transparent.
I can say that.
Let me be very transparent. Whatever abuse that you guys say you guys went through with, and we're gonna
Girl,
call, and we're gonna call a name.
No, stop for real.
Cause
he is a legit person.
he is a legit person.
Can't do that.
You can't do it. He's a provider.
He trying to correct you.
And no, because you can bleep his name after I say it.
But stop saying that for real, so I gotta do it.
Okay. He was a provider, but he went through something as a child as well. He did the best that he could with what he knew what he could do. Was he the best? No. Did he abuse me? No. Whatever he did to y'all, no, it wasn't right. But I did the best I could to protect y'all with what I knew how to do it. But what he did to y'all wasn't right. Did I try to protect y'all the best that I knew how to do it? Yes. Did he do it?
Out of it?
Did he do it to me? No. But
because we got.
But listen to me closely when I say it. Did I protect y'all? Yes.
No.
Could I walk away when I could? Hell yeah, I could. Could I stand on my 2 feet? Yes. Did I stand up and get a job and provide for y'all? Yes. Did I make sure that y'all had the best that y'all could have? Yes. So don't make it seem like I didn't have and couldn't provide for y'all. Yes. Zion, was I a bully to you? Hell to the fuck no.
Yes.
If you thought
If
you thought that I was a bully to you, let me be the first to say, let me apologize to you with no ifs, ands, or buts behind it. Let me apologize. I never want to be a bully. I have never been a bully. I have been bullied before as a kid. I've been called Black Jesus before. No, it's not funny. No, because I've been called Black Jesus as a kid before, and that has stuck with me all my life when this boy has called me that.
All right, yeah, still stay with you. For sure.
And it stays with me. But you know what? I've took it with strive, and I feel like, okay, I'm okay with that. But that has stuck with me as a kid. I've been called beaver teeth. Why you think I have a strickler for teeth and I have a fetish with going to the dentist and with teeth fetish? Because that sticks with me. I don't like to be called a bully. Why do you think that when people fuck with y'all, that I be like, oh no, I'm standing up for my kids? I don't like when people be fucking with y'all.
That's one thing I can say.
I don't play about my kids.
One thing I can say about mama, and when it comes to that situation, I felt like she didn't speak up. We had our conversation about that. I
don't play about my kids.
I always said she never spoke up for us in that situation. Maybe because some of the situations I think about, I probably wouldn't have did. Maybe because it could have been, or even just looking at the person like, bro, you could have been like, hey, let me holler at you. Let me come ride with me. Let me show you something different. But instead, it was more just trying to play us against each other. That's how I felt.
Y'all or me?
No, but all three of us. Like, I'm being real.
But look, not to keep doing that, but I do also want to, I don't cut people, I'm just trying to let y'all understand. It got to a point where I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like, I think both of them was playing everybody against each other. They both had a hand in playing each other. Like, so I do.
I'm gonna just say it probably wasn't intentionally. Like,
that just like that time.
It wasn't intentionally.
With that,
it probably was a coping
with
mechanism.
St. Peter's thing. Like, you thought I knew about that. And I never knew anything about that.
And that situation.
Girl,
that situation, man.
That's acting like dumb door in here.
She told me that.
I never knew about that.
I thought all of a sudden, this person loved this boy out of nowhere. 100% of the time, this boy ain't going to school out of nowhere. You ain't know what happened. You just dumb.
Did I know about that?
You never walked in and checked on your child, say how was your day for 3 days. For 72 hours, you never came and checked on your child.
They had got that stuff, remember?
They put something, I don't know.
I never knew about that. I never knew about the incident.
I'm not gonna lie.
So you never went to go check on your child?
Don't say her name.
Bro told them not to tell her.
I never knew about it.
Not to tell her.
And then they went to the man. I never knew about it.
And I thought that till I asked him, he said, nah, she never knew.
I never knew about it.
It don't sound right, but I guess.
But as a man, he should have just, I don't know. Like this.
So I feel like this with the whole I don't know about it things. It got to the point where I would the reason why I realized I would say a joke on you, right? And I realizing that I said a joke to you one time and I would say a lot after I realized that would make you freeze up with me. I used to say something to you, I'd be like, something. I used to tell you, I used to be like, stop playing me before I call CPS. I remember I told you that one time you was in the kitchen, you was eating, and I looked at you and I said it, and you was like, I thought it was going to be a funny joke. You was like, I remember at that moment, I kept saying it. And that's when I kind of like, when you saying like, oh, I didn't know about that. It's like, ain't no way, hell you didn't know about that. Or fuck that, just in general. Let me just say in general. You ain't know nothing about that.
Wait. So I understand the joke now. So that's what the hell that used to come from?
CPAs, yes. We're not asking in the house. That's not funny.
No. I'm saying at that young age, you put all that.
Yeah, stop playing me if I call CPAs.
Together. I'm laughing about it now because, bro, you was a motherfucker, boy. Because that's, like, bro, I really just.
Honestly, Zion, it probably was over my head. I'm not going to even lie to you.
That's the point he trying to say. How did it go over your head?
It just went over my head.
So, okay, let me be, since you already broke the ice.
Don't know one even that a child that young can be that malicious. Like, to me, it's like my child just.
He always been advanced.
Like, I'm just not even thinking.
Bro, the man had to go to tutoring. He had to go to tutoring every Saturday.
Like, I'm just thinking Zion just wise beyond his years. Like, I just
you never questioned to even ask, can
why
have
would
free
you
time?
take CPS?
Huh?
You never questioned to be like, why would my child say I'm going to call CPS?
Hell, you hung out with Granny.
Yeah, that's true.
So, okay, that's stupid.
No,
okay.
It's not stupid. It's like
Granny always talked about CPS.
She probably thinking you knew what you were saying or playing with about.
Okay, so let's just jump out of that conversation then. Let's go back to, by the way, y'all, everything's fine now. She's a cool mom. She just want to, let y'all know it's okay now. Just we're talking about old shit. All right, so another thing I want to talk about is basically like when we talk about just like being oblivious to certain things and things like that, right? So I feel like there was a time where I had basically like, remember when I finally had came out to you, I guess. So I wrote you the letter, right? Do you remember what made me write the letter? Like what you had said today? It's just say no at this point. You don't remember. Okay, we're gonna go with no. It's taking too long. Okay, so basically, I was talking about something, and you was like, "What did you go through? You haven't went through nothing." And it was kind of like,
was that a Saturday? No,
does it fucking matter today? So basically, it was like you had said. Basically, I never went through nothing, right? And I feel like that moment, I realized, kind of just like a lot of people, even like with other like family members that we have, a lot of people overlook, and I feel like this. I feel like a lot of people overlook, and I feel like a lot of people became spiteful towards me just off the treatment that Jarvis received when Jarvis lucky, the handout for Jarvis kind of got taken away, and I didn't get the handout removed from me. I feel like a lot of people basically started like spiting like the energy with me, right? I feel like all the time, but like, oh, you don't want shit. Oh, why Jarvis not doing this? Oh, why he can't do this? Oh, why Zion, you don't need nothing. Oh, your daddy gonna take care of this. Oh, your mama gonna make sure you good. Oh, they gonna spoil you. But it's like, and truly, like, no, I was in that house. No, like, fuck no, it wasn't giving it. So I feel like, yeah, I just feel like a lot of times the narrative and like people for me is just basically like, even like, I look at how now, and let's be transparent, y'all were the main ones against the cipher. A lot of times I don't let y'all even clap for me because I know a lot of times y'all don't clap for me unless I win yet. When I did the cipher, you had said your famous friends were like, oh, he should stay in school. Let's not do that. He's not focused on school. And the minute old girl pops, oh, this is just my child. A lot of times y'all do that, even with this. You say wait every time you understand.
Y'all didn't support his dream from the jump.
They never do until it works.
We were on vacation.
You want to give a better answer than that, dumbass answer?
When you did the first cipher, you snuck and did it.
That's what he's saying. He shouldn't have had to sneak and do a cipher. He's supposed to have y'all support from the jump.
Like, I lied about everything. Everything at work I had to lie about. Where you at? Bumbling. No, damn, I'm in Dallas trying to shoot something. And even outside of all what I had to do to get this, like, when it got on YouTube, when it actually worked, when everything worked, right? Before you actually knew what it was working, because y'all wasn't actually knowing what was going on.
Because
y'all
your dad wanted you to go to school.
But you were the same one that came back and you talking about some, well, this person said that this is a bad idea. Yada. And then the minute y'all saw who it was and what it was going on, oh, this is my child. I'm quick to get posted on Facebook when there's something popping.
Zion, I never not support you. Your dad was.
No, you do, and you support once it wins.
No, Zion, I never. That's not true.
It's true. I swear to God again.
Zion always let's be very transparent. Let's keep it.
He only against it because I rap.
No.
It makes sense.
What's the word you just used? Let's keep it a buck. What's the word? Let's keep it a buck.
It makes sense.
Zion was like, Mom, I need XYZ amount of money.
He's still going back to financial. That's not what about it.
Wait, pause. What I need money for?
And you was like, Mom, I need blah, 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 blah. And I was looking.
For what?
When you was talking to me about it, and I was just
money for
looking.
What?
Just listen. You were just looking. Like you was talking to me.
What did I need money for?
Just listen. You was talking to me about it, and I was just looking.
I ain't asking no money for that at all.
You didn't. You was just talking to me about it, and I was just looking. And I was just like saying to myself, I know he's not asking me for any money because I don't have it to give. And I was just looking. And then you did it. You was just doing it. And then, because I think that weekend or something before we went to that.
I purposely plan stuff when y'all not here.
Listen, Zion, you have to listen. We went to that wall, remember? What was it called? Graffiti wall?
In Austin.
Yeah, we went like the week before, remember? And you was telling your dad that you was going to use the plug from that lady, remember? And so, again, you had took your dad and you was telling your dad about all that stuff. So, of course, if you telling your dad about all that stuff, so you painting a picture for him, so he's thinking about it, he's like, and then when you start talking to him about it, he's going to be against it because he's thinking, okay, that's not a good idea. And then, so when you, of course, in his head, he's thinking he's got to go through
We talking about you. Why you talking about him?
Because when you was like, we are so against it, right? So
but I'm speaking on personally you. He not here.
Oh. So when you did it, we were in Hawaii, right?
I don't know where y'all was. You been specific.
Anyway, we were in Hawaii. So then when it happened, I said to your dad, I said, look, Zion did the cipher and it did, I guess he did good or whatever. And then your dad was like, oh, that's good. And I was just like, oh, it did well. And then I text you and I was like, congratulations. Zion, nobody was against you. It was just the fact
Okay, so your NBA friends and stuff like that, right? Why did you say that they said I should stay in school, don't do that, that's a bad idea, all that stuff, and y'all was against it and I should stop doing the ciphers? And then that's when old girl finally popped. It wasn't when you didn't say no congratulations. Y'all was against it from the start. The whole time.
I just told you why.
But you just also said that you said congratulations before that moment. You say you never was against it.
Because you had just showed your daddy the week before.
And you saying Austin, right? And I never even went to Austin yet. We talking about Houston. So these are 3 years apart.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. You had just...
You said graffiti wall. That's Houston. I said Austin.
That was the one in Austin, the one I'm talking about.
So that had nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
He was in Houston.
I never did Austin. I did Houston, I did Dallas, then I finally went to Austin. So this is 3 years apart.
No, I'm talking about the one in Austin that we went to.
You can't be, because you know exactly what, aside from the one you're talking about. Who popped from the Houston one? So exactly.
I don't know. That's not the one we were against. We were the one when you did the graffiti wall. That was the first one you did. No, that's not true.
You were definitely against the first one. So why did I have to hide the Dallas when you wasn't against the first one?
See, because I didn't even know about the first one.
Nobody knew about the first
So
one.
if
He
you wasn't
did
against
it.
the first one and she saw it, right, why would I hide the Dallas one?
Nobody knew about the first
I
one.
knew about it because he wanted me to be in it. But the crazy thing
Nobody
about
knew
it,
about the
hold
first
on.
one.
I didn't know.
John is telling the tale. Nobody knew about the first one.
Yes, they did, because I have a bunch of friends that was in that cipher. A lot of people knew about that cipher.
Nobody knew about the first one. You just did the first one.
That's what he's saying. It shouldn't have been. It should have been supported.
It doesn't even matter about the whole, because if nobody knew. But I'm saying y'all were unsupported about the first one. So why would I hide? If you say you were supported, right? Why would I hide Dallas?
You did the first one when you was in school, high school.
What does that have to do with what I'm asking you?
You asked why nobody
you did that.
supported.
That's a
Nobody
bitch.
knew about that one.
And then once you knew about it, you were unsupportive. So I'm not saying support before. I get that. You didn't know before. I get that. I'm saying when it finally happened, y'all were unsupportive of it, just like with everything else. When this all happened, you were all unsupportive of it.
I didn't want you to move here.
That's not true.
Zion, you were in my loft.
That's clear. And I was trying to figure it out, but it was very, other than that, you were very unsupportive about it.
care that
Even
you
when I
was
did
in
music, you were the
love.
first person saying the reason when I did music, you
I
were the first
wanted you
person.
to save money. Am I right or wrong?
So if you want me to save money, then where would I go then?
In the law.
You was the main one saying, get the fuck out your house with it.
That's not. I just.
You the
didn't-
same one that
I
came
didn't
back and
want
you moved
unknown
all.
people in my house.
That's how he's gonna grow.
See how she just be playing the game that's finna piss me off. Like,
Oh my God, Zion! I didn't know. Like Zion.
That's the point.
Here is the thing.
when I came back and I said, like I said, when I described, I said very oblivious. Like, just place it
Because he did not know that this was gonna grow, right? He was like, "Mom, I'm just
he had a
doing."
vision.
He's exactly.
Just like you had
he
a vision with
said-
your hair stuff. And I always have vision for your hair stuff. And I look at that.
Exactly.
So listen.
It just wasn't
Exactly.
y'all vision. That's what he's
Because-
saying. Listen to me. I understand what he's saying. He's saying because it wasn't y'all vision, which
No.
y'all had.
She shuns
But
everything I
that's not
say.
what he said, Zion. When you started this in the house, what did you say?
Clarify. Let me see what you think I said.
What did you say? Oh, I'm just starting it in the house. I'm just doing my homeboys and stuff. We just starting it up. You didn't say it was gonna be all this, did you?
Of course, I gotta water it down to you. You watch me like a hawk.
Okay, so that's how he presented
But you see how
it
she's trying to
me.
justify me having a lot of her. Again, we're going back to I have to keep lying about everything to
Okay,
y'all.
so if he
Shit
wasn't
crazy.
honest with me, then what?
Because if he would have been, if he was honest,
If I would have came out to myself, oh yeah, I'm trying to have this person here, this person here,
Okay,
this person, I'm trying to
so-
do this. You, oh yeah.
you would have told him no straight up.
Exactly.
They would have went to, where's this teacher thing going?
Exactly. So if he's not being honest,
Because I ain't gonna
with me,
lie, today I asked her, I say, is I doing this full time? She say, no, he just didn't go to work or whatever. I was like, what if he start doing it full time? Well, I ain't say what if, I said eventually he gonna start doing it full time. Like, y'all gotta, like, that's what, I don't know. I understand, so that's why I don't
I
tell
can
him nothing.
only go by what he is
And she
telling
does
me,
this,
right or
like,
wrong.
so
I
aggravating.
can only go by
That's
what
why
you're
they
telling
don't,
me.
that's why they don't.
But
that's
nobody
why-
feels comfortable enough to confine you. The reason, let me go back to this. When you kept asking, can I come up here, mama? I didn't want you up here because I know, what are you? You're the person that say all type of negative things about stuff. I personally did not even want to show y'all this. I only did, don't even be up because I wanted to do an episode with y'all. And barely was like, like today I was like, oh shit. So it's just like, yeah,
I
like,
didn't even know she was here coming.
yeah.
Oh, you didn't know?
No, I was, until he texted us in that group message. I thought I was doing an actual segment by myself.
Oh, you don't want to do an interview with me?
I mean, I'm not tripping, but
Oh, you wanted to do it by yourself,
yeah,
Slim?
yeah.
He don't have to run it. This went horrible.
Nah, he getting running because I feel like he getting a lot off his chest,
Yeah, basically.
and you not taking them serious like you
Basically.
take me serious. I don't
I
care no
am
more.
taking you serious.
If y'all wonder why my heart's so cold and I can flash out at any time, it's because I didn't, like I told you, didn't feel the love.
Yeah, me either.
Like, I love you.
This interview was horrible.
No, it's just you. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you doing, yeah, that's, yeah.
Like, they finna tear you up in the comments.
How?
I'm gonna let them too, I ain't gonna
They
care.
gonna tear you
I
up.
mean, like, I'm being as honest as I could be. Like,
No,
what do
you
y'all
not.
want me to do?
Okay, let me help you then. Let's see if you can lie with them. We can wrap it up to this. So I get my ass beat right outside your fucking room, and I walked in that room, had to fax on to Mr. Jackson after I'm crying, boo boo with roses in my body, and you got out your fucking bed, act like, you know, I didn't hear me get my ass beat in that loft like that. And then somebody said, oh, I didn't even hear that. How the fuck you didn't hear me get my ass beat out your
okay,
door?
so let's just say this here real quick.
And that, and
The
then next-
disclaimer.
then the
Okay,
next day
okay,
I tried
hold
to
on,
throw
hold
the
on,
off, I get
hold
kicked out
on,
the house, and he
hold
tried to call
on,
the
hold
cops.
on, hold
And then
on,
he said I was
hold
crack out
on,
the
hold
house.
on, time out. Because I called you and said what? Off limits was Merrick, your stuff, your and we doing it right now.
And then earlier, babe, why you trying that? Because trust me, I'm about my business, and you know that. You also said when he was trying to speak on it, I was the main one saying, let's not talk about it. You said, no, we're going to talk about it, so we're talking about it. You opened it already.
It's on camera. I'm not going to go into depth
okay,
of what
but you
happened.
brought it up, so you have to be more specific.
Oh,
so,
if I be specific,
okay,
people
well,
gonna be looking
why
at you
bring it up? And he
crazy.
said, don't
Facts.
play crazy. Okay, well, what happened?
So are we able to be
No, I'm not going to say. Are you
But
on?
then you say, okay, are we?
they gonna
But then
be-
you say, are we talking about it? Okay, so now we're talking about it. Okay, we'll talk about
Right.
it. No, because I said
You
those
said
were
it.
off limits.
But
No,
you're the one who told him to keep pushing it.
no, because I didn't understand
say
what
n-
the question.
'cause
No,
I
because you
didn't say
said I was
nobody's
pissing you
name.
off, and I didn't know what the question was. Like you kept pushing it. I didn't.
Well,
know
I
what
want
it
to thank
was.
y'all for coming to the After Zarty podcast. I really appreciate y'all. We'll try this again next year with somebody else's mom, and yeah, we'll go from there. Just happy, you know. I don't know. Yeah, so
Don't air this.
it's getting aired, but just want y'all to understand that, hey, we'll be on live right after this, me, at 9 p.m. We'll all discuss different things, but I hope this also entices y'all to, you know, speak to y'all people. Y'all, we are the generation that's trying to find our peace, get all that mental health things. I wish this had went better. I'm not going to lie to you. I was hoping they were going to be transparent, able to talk about certain things. People were going to be able
Stop
to just...
saying they, because I
Yeah.
was willing to talk about
I'm
it.
just saying, hey, relax. Okay. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, I just say day in general. But in general, y'all, yeah, I don't know. But hey,
This
see
was
y'all
hard.
next week.
Just to clear it up, she ain't a bad mama.
Yeah, you're not a bad
She's
mom.
not a bad mama.
This
She doing the best she can. She does have. She
not
has
a
grown a
bad
lot, y'all.
mama.
She has grown a
She
lot.
grown a
Just want to give you a
whole
flowers for
lot.
that. You
I
have grown a
talk to her
lot.
a lot now. As a
We still
grown
gonna have a
man.
Mother's Day. Okay, we still gonna do all that. It's just certain things I do feel like I would hope one day, it don't have to be here, of course, I would hope one day we be able to have these uncomfortable conversations in a real setting where you actually can be transparent. 'Cause I feel like what my fear was that I can understand, I can give you is maybe you're uncomfortable because it's being recorded, I get that, right? But at the same time, I feel like, you know, I asked you before twice, we can't talk about what you said again, what we couldn't talk about, but then you also, you know, gave permission, so let's not do that. But basically, I just hope that one day we can have this conversation, 'cause I feel like there's a both of stuff, like I was able to express to him, like, yeah, like I told you, like I have energy towards both of y'all that I feel like I can't not shake. It's been like that for years. There's a lot of things that both of us, I'm sure he could speak on too. He probably have energy towards me, so like that. There's,
So telling me?
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's natural.
You my little brother, bro, so I don't have no energy towards you. I thought you were talking about the other person. I have a lot of energy towards both of y'all. Like, not you, but both of y'all. Like, it's because, like, as I said in the beginning, it's like because of the energy he
I just
giving me.
think-
You see that, like, y'all basically have him. Basically, if he didn't know me, y'all would have had him beefing for me for no reason. Maybe I might have said little stuff because he probably pissed me off because I was being a little brother, but like as of now he understood, I ain't understand. Like I didn't confirm it until he confirmed it. Now that he confirmed it, he wouldn't have that problem because mama, that's why I texted you a couple months ago. What I text you, but at the same time, it's just like it's not our fault. You can't fault us for not having our bond. Y'all have to take accountability in that. Bro,
I'm gonna just put this real quick. I don't know if you remember. Remember right before they left, somebody took us to the backyard and was talking to us. And was like, y'all brothers, y'all supposed to hold each other, yada yada. Did you see my face that whole time and the motherfucker was talking to us?
I was high. I know what they
I was just like, I know damn well this motherfucker knows that he took us
I
to
know
like,
exactly what you talking
like,
about. We were about the sugar canes. I know
It was
exactly
just
what
like,
you talking
shut
about.
the fuck up talking to
But
me.
here's the thing, Zion, and this is where
You gotta move your mic back. You moved it
Do
up.
y'all know? Hold on, I'm gonna keep it real. Do y'all know since y'all been gone, me and him spent more time together since?
Okay, let's not lie like
No,
that. You can't lie.
no.
We don't talk like that either, y'all.
No, nigga,
We hung out maybe twice.
You gonna gas that?
Nigga, what have we done?
Probably on the north side, not probably where I stay at now.
Oh, what? Okay, I guess yeah. I've seen
So
him.
this is what I'm gonna say. At the end of the day, you guys are brothers.
Yeah, y'all say that, but yeah, okay, this is what I say. You always be like, I want y'all to have a good relationship. How?
But this is where it starts.
That's cool. Yeah, this is probably where it will start because we find out.
But
maybe
but
till
that's
later.
on y'all. You guys, at the end of the day.
But you can't throw all of that like that's on us
at
because
the-
everything process wasn't on us.
But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, this is what I'm going to say.
Yeah, you gonna slow his audio.
No,
People listen to this audio.
and I'm digesting this because you said things and you said things, but it just bothers me that you guys have said things but when we all sit together down as a family, and we ask you guys things.
You don't act like this.
But y'all don't say nothing.
Hey, don't act like this.
Mama, everything I said, you know. So that I'm sitting.
But Zion
I'm more.
sit down and
I'm
don't say
listen,
nothing.
that's why.
Because you don't act like
But Zion, you don't say nothing,
you
and
don't
that's
act
what.
like this.
No, but Zion, you don't act like that, and that's what bothers me. But Zion, you would sit down, and me and your daddy would sit down, and we just sit. And Zion Jarvis, and you know, Zion would sit down. Hey, daddy, like nothing.
Because common sense, why would he get cut off for telling somebody how they really feel? Because if he tell them how he really feel.
Okay, look, before we wrap it up, we're gonna wrap it up right here too. Send me the same water. Hey, daddy, cause I hate when I do that too. I'm not slow, so I'm dead. There was a time when I wrote in my journal how I was getting beat, and I don't know how he found that out. I don't know who. I think you, Rocky, read it, or somebody read it. You probably didn't read it, but somebody else read it. I think the teacher read it. And he ripped the page out of my journal and whooped me in front of you. So why would I confine that?
Bro, he went through hell when I put me out that house.
I wear glasses. I have bruises right here, permanently on these glasses from that man doing that. Like, let's be for real.
Like me think, bro, you lucky, cause y'all know what I
flinch when people touch me.
Y'all lucky I didn't react how I really wanted to react to some of those situations. Just put it like that. You just lucky.
So before we wrap it up, let's be clarified. The whole flinching when somebody would flinch when that man, there was time when that person would try to hug me, I would flinch. I have these from not me having glasses for so long. Like, I legit don't even allow people to touch me. You guys, everybody around me, there's people, I go to school, people that legit know I do not like being touched. People that come here know I don't like being touched. I don't know how to communicate with people because I was not allowed to go socialize with nobody else but y'all. So I get awkward, I get uncomfortable every time I talk to somebody. I don't know how to talk to nobody. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure myself out.
They act like they can't see that. Like, it's just common sense. Like, it's common sense. It's like, if I see it, and I'm nowhere near y'all, like, I seen it, and it's so much stuff, like, bro, it's just like, out of love that you my mama. That's all I can say, just that, because I didn't want to see you crying. I don't give two fucks about that man. And that's the honest truth. If he croak over and die today, no, I'm being real. I'm sorry, that's that's what he put me through too. I couldn't give two fucks about him. Only reason I just told him I build love for him because the way he loved my daughter. And that's the only way, and the way he's trying. I
do give him that. I feel like compared to two, he is trying more than you.
Huh?
I do feel like he is trying more than you.
To do what?
Like, fix things.
He admits to his mess ups.
Yeah, like, when I tell him so, I told this man everything I told you, like, he admits it. He tried to deny one time, said, don't deny it. He was like, okay, cool. Like, he admitted. I feel like telling him stuff, he admitted. So that's why I feel like, yes, of course, he's the one doing the action, but it's like, you see the conversation was like, him. It's like, okay, well, at least he admits it. Like, even the talking in the backyard, yeah, to me it's bullshit, but that was him low-key trying to, like, hey,
real
like,
with it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with you, I feel like you sat here and you was like, I don't know, girl, you know.
Vice versa. If he was here, he would have kept it real.
True.
Like,
I've never put my hands on you.
Girl, you don't talk like that.
I've never fucking put my hands on you. You act like I
Girl, you was on the phone with Apple one time and beat me with a broom in the garage.
But that's just kid. You our mama.
Wait a minute, John.
Like, we're not saying that, but I'm saying, like, let's stop lying. Like,
hold on, John.
I didn't forget nothing. Like,
no, you didn't get a lot of whooping.
Hold on.
You didn't get a lot of
Hold on, Zion. You saying I whoop you?
Yeah, you whoop.
I'm not saying you did a lie, but I'm saying let's not say you never did it. You're my mom. I would be surprised you never did whoop us.
Hold on.
We gotta wrap it up though, for real.
No, fuck wrapping it up. I whoop you?
I'm not saying you did every day.
No.
But let's not act like you're our mom. I hope you did whoop me.
No.
I said whoop. I didn't say beat.
Zion, she probably spanked you.
No. Because
if you did something out of line.
You doing way too much. I whoop you?
You did whoop me before. Remember that time 8th grade he had that girlfriend, I made her mad, you whooped me for that.
But you call that girl a bitch.
That's understandable. So let's not say you never.
But you call that girl a bitch.
We get that. But so let's not say you never whooped us. Relax.
So don't be sitting up here acting like you ain't never done nothing.
I'm not saying I didn't.
No, that's what he's saying. He's just saying, I don't know.
Like I'm saying, but you went to I've never whooped
no,
you. Like you have. It's okay. We're not saying you're at fault.
But you act like I
no one's saying you did what that person did.
You into a wall.
No, that's beating. He's saying whooping.
Yeah, everybody got whooping.
So don't be acting like you.
But you getting defensive about this small thing when you act like you can't hear nothing else.
No, but you talking about like.
So you remember not whooping us, but you don't remember shit us.
But you act like
your memory that good. You don't remember not whooping us. You don't remember shit us.
No.
You have great memory when you want to do something.
But
it's crazy. You see how the shoe went on the other foot.
No,
when we say you beat us.
I ain't beat him.
Exactly, but you couldn't see the opposite. That's all we trying to get you to see.
So if you ain't beat me, who did?
If
you ain't beat me, who did? Cause we ain't get beat in the house.
But you act like when done things to you, I never intervened.
Saying names. Y'all making my editing hard.
When that dude does something to you, you act like I never intervened. I did.
Like once or twice. There's one time.
Well, we didn't hear you. Well, we was rooting in
That's
the
a
background.
lie.
We in the background like this with our ear to the wall trying to hear you.
Yeah, facts.
We didn't hear you.
I will listen. Y'all be in
His wall is the easiest
I listen to y'all
wall to
conversations
hear.
a lot. You, that's how I know you would be in the room enticing shit. I would hear you. I would listen to you on the wall. I have my ear to the wall in my room and listen to y'all.
Like the man told y'all selling crack out your house. You
Or the one time you told me, okay, so look, listen. Wrap it up. Wait, wrap it up real quick. I gotta wrap it up for, come on, for
Yeah, he
wrap it up.
for that.
We're gonna wrap it up. We're having part 2. We can talk about it at home later. I mean, this irrelevant to what we're talking about, but I just want to say that I personally feel like I was always used just as a trophy child compared to him, and I feel like the way it starts when I'm acknowledging this, right? I feel like twice. Recently, you had a conversation when you came home the last time, right? You had a conversation in the living room with Granny, and I had realized at that moment, right, after you had just like shunned somebody else that walked like this, you was yelling, "Oh, he's gay, you're yelling it, right? And at that moment, you're really yelling it because you want to prove a point to this person. You don't really give a fuck I'm gay. You're not really saying it to lip right. You're trying to prove a point so bad that you're yelling my sexuality in this person's face.
What? I did what with mama?
All right, y'all. That was, he clearly explained to mama, like, come on now. He just clearly explained. He's saying you shunned somebody. I don't know if it was who.
She was arguing with Granny in the living room.
You
And when I walked in the house,
somebody
it was because
about
he's
being
gay. He's gay. My son is gay. My son is gay. One, you took that moment away from me to even talk to Granny about it. If she knew or not, I never talked to her. Just like Jarvis, if you knew or not, I never talked to Jarvis. You took the opportunity away from me, and that was not uncomfortable. That was an uncomfortable situation for me. And I have to admit something to Granny that to this day I don't even want to. I don't know if you know. I don't even talk to Granny no more. Really, because of what you did. Because you sat there and just put me in an uncomfortable situation.
See,
I don't even know how to talk to Granny because what she did truly to this day is lucky fucked up.
And you messing her up about
if
that.
Zion would go, if he had went back and played the video in the house back, he would.
It doesn't matter what happened prior to that.
If he had went back and played the video back, and I understand what he probably is trying to say right now, and
I'm confused.
anything from my how would I say this? When
this ain't
someone
the past,
is
girl, so don't say the past.
no, because and it would kind of how would I say this here? To have someone to say something didn't happen to my child. And John, I don't even want to air this because
something like stop.
Yeah,
like,
so I don't even know why you brought that up. So let's not even talk about that.
I'm skedaddled over it. Don't do that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying in general.
So
We'll
we'll talk about that off air.
We ain't got time for that later. But long story
Just slow
short,
down. No, cut that off.
baby, you don't get to pick what I cut off. I hope
Yeah,
you know that.
because I'm not gonna talk about that.
We're not talking about it. We're gonna. It's okay. It's okay. We're not talking about it. Relax.
You gonna cut
You
it
making it
off?
like really. You know what time we on. So you doing that and you making it look very bad.
So I have to say her name.
No, we don't have to say names for nothing. I haven't. You told me people I talked about on the show. I don't say names. Guys talked about you several times on the show. I ain't say nobody's name.
So what do I want to say?
You don't say names for nobody.
Oh, so basically
Just
she
say
was
they.
saying, so she was saying something didn't happen to Zion, and I was saying something happened to Zion.
That's not what happened.
Yes, it was.
No.
She said something that happened at her house.
That's not what happened because she had found out when I told her. I'm the one who said it. That's where the conversation ended. You didn't say nothing about that.
Yes, we had already been talking
girl,
about
you
it.
make up stories in your head, but I've been knowing you do that. All right, but long story short, y'all, thank you for
not
tapping
what
into the After
happened.
Zarty podcast. I really appreciate y'all for coming and tapping in on the show. We'll be here next week with the regular people. And
Oh, this show is
yeah,
horrible.
but Jarvis, answer her name. Want to give it out or no?
Oh, Kid After Money _Slim.
All right, so thank y'all again for tapping in. Hey, they're not finna follow you. That's weird.
Who?
No, ain't nobody about. You better not.
Yeah, that's weird.
Follow you?
Follow you.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's my mama. Okay, so long story short, y'all, I hope y'all enjoy y'all.
Go viral.
Who?
Oh, I'm just gonna
I don't
sit
think
back
so.
and laugh.
But it's not giving that. But basically, y'all, yeah, I don't know how to wrap this up. It's awkward. But good night.
Good night.
It's totally retro.
Y'all don't even know what I've been through. And y'all tryna tell me what to do. And y'all can bag up off me too. While we having this conversation, what the fuck y'all think this shit gon' do? When they wanna address my feelings, tell me how y'all can help me through. But when I get mad too, and when I do it to you, gotta throw your hands when say I'm through, and walk away from me like what's new. I thought I could lean on you, told me you'll help me through. Where was you in the few? Who showed me what to do when I didn't know what to do? I prayed and saw it through, but I still needed you. But you had left me too. Y'all don't don't even know the half. And y'all don't even know what I've been through. And y'all tryna tell me what to do. And y'all can back
totally
about me
retro.
too. This sit down ain't going nowhere. Why did I even come here? Why can't y'all just make it clear that y'all don't want me here? Always gotta take it there. All I can do is the next one on this questionnaire. Odds against me, this ain't fair. Still y'all think I'ma take this cool, guess y'all must think I'm a fool, but y'all always change the rules, and y'all I'm tryna keep my fucking cool. Y'all don't even know what I have, and y'all don't even know what I've been through, and y'all tryna tell me what to do, and y'all about to fuck up off me too. And I ain't got no one to call. I'm all alone, but who is checking for me?